everyone, and welcome back to Mystic Visions. I'm Rosalie, and today is the 17th of October, and it's the full moon. So this moon is known as the Hunter's Moon or the Ancestor's Moon, and it is going to rise in Aries and transition through Aquarius, which means it's going to be a time of a lot of self-reflection and thought about what your life has been like so far this year. This month is also another supermoon. So that means it is close to the Earth. That's what a supermoon means. It means that the moon is very close to the Earth's surface at this point. This year, this October moon also happens to be the closest supermoon that we've had this year. October is also known as the blue moon because in the previous calendars, before we settled on the one that we now use today, it was the 13th moon of the year. And this moon is a symbol of both life and death. It embodies the energy of transformation and reflection, urging us to honor our past and begin anew. So, take the time to prioritize your personal goals, initiate new projects, and be sure that you're asserting your needs and desires in all aspects of your life, whether it's with your partner or your business or just personally for yourself. Make sure you know what your goals are and make sure that others are aware of what your goals are too. So why is this moon called a hunter moon? Well, it marks the beginning of the hunting season for the indigenous peoples. What they did was they were stocking up in preparation for the long winter. You've just finished all of your harvesting and you've put all that aside and you're preparing for the time when you won't be able to go out and do a lot of hunting, you won't be able to do any planning or any of that sort of thing, because October is the end of the growing season. Samhain, which is also now known as Halloween, is when the veil is the thinnest during this time of the year. That means you can have more regular communication with your ancestors, and you can get more information about the path that you're on and if what you're doing is taking you in the right direction. November 1st is when there are many festivals and feasts to honor our ancestors. So that's the other reason this is called maybe sometimes the Ancestor's Moon. You have the Festival of the Dead in England. You have the Day of the Banshees in Ireland. You have the Rite of Hell in the Scandinavian countries. And one that's near and dear to me is the 5th Day of Isis, which is the Finding of Osiris in Egypt. And then lastly, there's the Feast of the Dead, which is what most everyone is aware of because that's the one that happens in Mexico. There's a lot of singing and dancing and feasting and celebration of our ancestors. I found an old Tennessee saying that I thought was pretty interesting and I thought I would share it today. So, here we go. If I have a lover, let me dream of him or her tonight. If I am to marry far, let me hear a bird cry. If I am to marry near, let me hear a cow low. If I am to marry never, let me hear a hammer knock. Kind of a little bit silly. I thought it was interesting. That's why I wanted to share it. All right, let's have a look and see what the cards tell us for this month and the things that we need to be working on. So let me look here. The first one, the King of Cups. Now is the time to negotiate your emotional depths without being dragged down into some kind of despair. You are very strong. You are loving. You are empathic and intuitive. This moon is a time for you to reflect on your life and reflect on the things that you're doing. Are they the things that are serving you appropriately or are they not? Do you need to rethink some of these things? Now is the time to be looking at those things. All right, so we have the King of Cups. Let's take a look at what's influencing these things right now. And that is, the moon. So most of us have struggles within ourselves with the duality of our nature, both our conscious and unconscious, because sometimes they fight with each other. We say one thing, but we really think another. You know, the moon at this time of year helps to reveal all those things that you maybe haven't been willing to see to this point. During this time, it is easier to receive messages from the divine. This moon reveals where you may be. It lets you know whether you're dealing with some deception, whether that deception is of yourself to yourself or of others to you. It is the time to see the truth and everything in all of the situations that happen in your life clearly. All right, let's take a look at why this is happening. So what's going on to influence that stuff as well? Okay, oh, the Hierophant. This card talks about teaching and traditions. The divine is helping you with your interpretations of sacred mysteries. You are receiving information in your ongoing quest for knowledge. Be constant. Communicate with the divine on a regular basis. You need to bring yourself to where you need to be. Look at your relationships. Are they where they should be? Be sure you let your own needs and desires be known. Remember, now is a time of reflection and transformation. Keep that which raises your vibrations and remove that which no longer serves you. This deck is called the Purple Tarot deck. If you want any information on obtaining this deck, you can send me an email to my email at Mystic Visions Outlook. No, I'm sorry. It's mysticvisionstarot@outlook.com, or you can send me a message on my website. The website is mysticvisionstarot.com. This has been Rosalie, and I appreciate your time. Have a good night. Till next time.